Hello. This is Annette with Wear by Nettie. This is the night that the Lord has made. I am rejoicing and I'm so glad in it. Well, we are on to the next. If you follow me, you know that I'm getting reared up for an upcoming event that I'm so grateful, so excited, feel so blessed about. I am going to be at Tangiers on the 27th, watching some items that I was commissioned to reproduce. I'm going to be watching them come down the runway. Tangiers. If you live in Akron, Ohio, you know that LeBron James, well, I guess everywhere, he purchased the Tangiers restaurant. Can't wait to see what he's going to do with it. So I feel even more blessed, nostalgic, just all of that wrapped up into one big old ball. So I don't know, because of the pandemic, if tickets are still available or not. I just know that I got mine. I'm going to be sitting there smiling ear to ear, watching my pieces come down the runway. Of course, I'm going to take you guys along with me. I don't know if I'll do it live or if I'll, post it and air it. But either way, you guys are going to see it. That being said, I just want to thank you guys. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. I'm self-taught. I'm a small channel, but I'm doing what I love to do. I want to thank all my newly Jacqueline, Tanya, some people in my building that recently subscribed to my channel. It means the world to me. I thank you guys so much. I'm going to try to give shout outs to all my new subscribers as they come along. I thank my family. Rosalind, you guys have been with me from the gate, and I am so appreciative of that. And I thank you guys. If you're just browsing through, my name is Annette. I'm with Wear by Nettie. I upcycle, revamp, create, anything that has to do with putting it on your body. I like to put my little twist on it. So if you've got something you want me to put my signature on, send it to me. You don't have to live in Ohio. Mail it to me. DM me and we'll talk about it. This is what I love to do. So again, I just want to thank everyone for all your love and support. It means the world to me because, like I said, you could be watching somebody else. I mean, there's a lot of bigger channels out there. I'm just little old me doing what I love to do. Again, I'm self-taught, but God gives us all gifts. And if we are in sync with Him, there's no limitations to what He will allow you to do. If you guys know me, you know that I have systemic lupus. A couple of years ago, I was not even expected to be here. So whatever I accomplish every day, I thank God for giving me another day of life. I am grateful for it. So if you know, like I said, you've seen some of my posts about the dresses I did that's going to be on the runway. Ren's with Ladon Fashions is going to be presenting the items. I'm just going to be there beaming because I guess I'm the behind the scenes girl, which I'm so grateful and so happy to be. I am going to show you guys the behind the scenes that got me ready for this upcoming event. So I'm going to show you my revamping of the dresses. I'm just going to highlight one because they're the same, so I don't want to bore you with the long video, but that's going to be one of the things. 2021 is starting out to be a great year, so there's so many things that I want to do that I'm going to do. I started these pants. These are my blanket pants. I'm still working on them, so stay tuned for that. I posted recently some bucket hats that I had a great idea for. I don't want to give you guys too much info, but these are the demos. I'm waiting for her to come try them on. I've got a medium and a large, so stay tuned for that. These are just demos. I love putting my stuff on muslin first and then taking it from there. So these are just examples, so stay tuned for that. I just got a whole lot of things planned. My niece used to be my videographer, but she's working. She's got 3 girls that I adore that she's taking care of, so I'm a one-woman show. I'm learning how to use my equipment. I'm sewing. That's something I know how to do, but I'm trying to put out good content for y'all, and I'm so grateful that you guys are giving me that opportunity. So hang in there with me. We're growing as a family. I just wanted to come on and say thank you, thank you, thank you. I don't want to keep rambling, so I think I've said everything I needed to say. So on to the next. We are going to go behind the scenes of the sweatshirt dresses. I did the first dress just to kind of, because I'm on a time crunch, to get it out the way. So I'm doing the finishing touches on dress number 2. So I've already attached the kangaroo pocket to the front of the dress. I've attached the front and the back together. As you know, I always tell you guys, any applique or embellishments that you want to do on an object that is put together, that has more than one piece, you do the front piece or whatever the main piece is before you attach it to anything, because it's going to be kind of hard, because you don't want the stitches to go through to the back. So you want to do all your embellishments, all your appliques, unless it's an iron and press. And even with that, I think it's best to do all of that before you do any putting pieces together. That's attaching one piece to another. So I've cut the sleeves out, and I prefer to put my sleeves together and attach them around the armhole. Some people like to leave the front and back open and attach it that way. That's good as well. I'm self-taught, so I have to do what's easier for me. All right, I've got my double needle in so that I'm ensured to have straight lines. And here we go. You always want to do front and back. And I like to, again, my own preference, even though I have a double needle, I like to draw my starting line so that I have a pinpoint, you know, a point that I want to look at and make sure I stay as close to that line as possible. So here we go. I also want to thank you guys. If you're just tuning in, to you, this is no big deal, but I have issues, I have health problems, but this is something that I wanted to do and decided to do one time when I was in the hospital for a surgery. I have systemic lupus, those of you who know my story, and there are times while I'm sewing, I like to tell part or some of my story. So, again, I have systemic lupus. There are times when I can't work because my hands freeze up. I have something called Raynaud's, and what it does is it makes you feel like you have frostbite. I think your blood circulation stops flowing correctly, and your hands feel like they're frozen. So I can't hold a needle. There's basically nothing I can do. I have to just wait for it to pass. Sometimes I may open my oven, which is not really a good thing to do, and put my hands on it to kind of warm them up, but that always does not work. So I don't know if you can see this, but that is my double stitch. And again, this is my sleeve and also the back. I'm going to use my shears to even out the overage here. It gives you like a zigzag effect so that everything looks nice and neat. I'm obsessed and anal about my inside looking as good as my outside. It's just something, when I was in school and you know, you had your home ec, making aprons and little things like that, your teacher was diligent about telling us that we should always make sure our inside looked as good as the outside. Back then we didn't have any sergers. We just sewed. Just had a sewing machine. And that was just something that we were taught. And that part stuck with me. Like I said, even though I'm self-taught, my mother-in-law tells me all the time that I made her a dress a long, long time ago, and the inside looked so good that she thought I was playing a trick on her. She did not believe that I made that dress. And so that makes me kind of proud that even back then I was concerned about how my garments look, you know. And so that's something, like I said, that has stuck with me. All right, so now we are going to attach this to the dress. I've also cut the hoodie out, so I will be back and you guys will be with me when I put the hoodie together. And again, I don't know if you can see this. Let me try to get this chalk off. But this is, again, my double stitch front and back. And you can see that a little better. I'm going to, again, use my shears to even out that overage of fabric that is back there. All right, you guys, so let me get everything ready for our next phase. Okay, we've sewed the hem, so now I am going to close up the sleeve, and then I'll show you guys how far I've come and where I am on the final dress. My goal is to have it done by week's end so that I can turn it over so that then he can put on his logo. I've just got to hem him and put the trim on, and then I will be done with my part of the dress. All right, so I am going to, this is kind of loud, so please forgive. I may have to turn the sound down. We'll see as I get to my editing part. So I've serged it together. Like I said, I always want it to look really nice and neat. And I've used my shears, so you see we have a professional look on the inside. So now I just got to cut my tail off. I've got to do the other, and then we're going to attach it to the dress. I want to make sure. Thankfully, I've never done this yet, but while that I'm talking, it could happen. So, I don't know why I didn't put any, but thankfully, everything went well. I just want to keep everything together. You guys, you know what? Still my one pet peeve, or I don't know, one thing that kind of gives me a little, I don't know, a little leery, but I'm trying to be like Angelina says from Blueprint DIY. Be scared, but we're going to do it anyway. I don't know why, but I'm always just a little timid when it comes to cutting the actual fabric. I don't know. I don't know. I'm scared I'm going to cut it the wrong way. Even when I'm doing thrifting items that, you know, I hardly paid anything for, making that initial cut is, I don't know, it's just a little nerve-wracking. But thankfully, most of my cuts come out good. Most of them come out good. And, oh, off topic, I got again. Like I was saying, this may not be a big thing to most of you, some of you. I don't know. I started this, like I said, after my last surgery. Just in recovery and going on Pinterest and YouTube. And I just saw a lot of people doing thrifting and DIYs. And I'm like, I can do that, even though I've had no professional training as far as sewing. But, you know, my mom had a sewing machine when I was young, and I used to do things. And like I said, my mother-in-law said I made her a dress. But I just started that way, and it wasn't really intended to be anything big. But as I got into it and just looking at the people that I was following, I'm like, oh, this little channel, pitiful, pitiful. But I guess YouTube, you know, tunes in and they keep track of your milestones. That's what they call it. If you follow me, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Pinterest, you saw my little congratulations from YouTube for reaching over 100 subscribers, and I want to thank you guys. You know, I'm growing. I'm, you know, just a little old me, and I think sometimes my illness kind of prevents me from, I guess, you know, doing better. But I look at things like this. God gives us gifts, and I'm where I guess I'm supposed to be at this time. So I'm just going to continue doing what I'm doing, and He will lift me where He wants me to be when He wants me to get there. But I've got over 6,000 views, and I finally got my congratulations on YouTube for having over 100 subscribers. So I guess I want to thank you guys. I said I wanted to have a certain number by Christmas. It wasn't meant for me, but I am so grateful for the 100 plus of you that to be as healthy as I can. I'm going to start back working out because I really want to be able to post more. I want to be able to do more. And I just thank you guys for sharing me with your family and friends. And I ask that you guys continue to do so that I'm praying and I'm hoping this Christmas to at least have 1,000 subscriptions. And if I can get there, then I know already that I can get anywhere. I can do anything that I put my mind to. But I just want to thank you guys for helping me grow. And I thank the 100 of you that have subscribed to my channel. All right, you guys. So second sleeve, I also cut it down with my shears, so we've got a professional look. I am going to give this a little press, and then I am going to connect it to the dress. Okay, so can you see? So this is the part that I need to connect to the sleeve of the dress. This is the hood for the dress. I'm going to show you guys at the end. I was going to give you a sneak peek, but I'm going to finish this hood, hem it, and then I think I'm almost done. I just got to hem both dresses. I tell you what, once I finish this hood, the hoodie for the dress, and attach it to the dress, then right before I start the hem, I'm going to show it to you guys. Make sure I'm not sewing the wrong part. Okay, we're gonna I'm serging this because I'll get a better finish. I try to remember to always do a practice run before, because I don't know if you've ever tried taking apart anything that you've serged. It's a bear. Make sure when you're threaded properly, you'll get like a chain. And so I have a chain, and your stitches will look like this. So I'm all good. So I always get excited when I'm at almost the finish line. And you guys, this is my first commissioned piece. You know, I've done some thrifting, I've done a bunch of alterations. That's how I started, but now I'm getting more requests to literally trace a piece that someone loves and, you know, do a duplicate. So I'm grateful. I'm grateful. That's all I can say. And I thank you guys so much. And please, I'm aiming for 2021 to be my best year. I'm praying and I'm claiming, you know, we speak life, that I'm going to be well. I'm going to have less episodes, and I'm going to be able to post more regularly, because I'm noticing people like these type of videos. And so if you will hang in there with me, I'm going to do my best. Make sure you never run over a pen. So far, I've never done it, but that's one thing you don't want to do. Making sure both my needles are threaded. And they are. This is a thicker fabric, and so sometimes you have to pull it along. And don't want to pull it too much. It is a knit, and you don't want to stretch it out. And so paramedics are going somewhere. Thankfully, they're not coming here. Okay, you guys, there we go. May have to do this part right here over again, because I'm getting some ripples here, and I don't like that. I don't know how it's going to look on the other side. So, yeah, I may have to. Ooh, like I said, it's a bear. I may have to. I don't know why. It started out really good, and then right here, yeah, I'm gonna have to take it apart, even though it's a bear. But perfection is the key. So I know what I did wrong. I don't know if you can see. Oh, yeah, you can see. See right here, this piece right here, that's the cutter, and I had it off because I was just mending a piece that I had previously done, and that's what was causing it to bunch up, because it wasn't cutting off the excess. I have the cutter on so that it will cut off the excess, and thankfully it's just a seam allowance, so it's not gonna mess anything up. So you're always supposed to take inventory before you start sewing, and even with self-taught, I've kind of made that a practice, but sometimes I get a senior moment and I forget. See the difference? Duh. But it's better to your mistake in the beginning and not the end. See the difference? And I should have figured that out midway through, but again, it is almost 3 o'clock in the morning. So one thing that I always do, even though you're at the end, you still stop once you start to get tired, because that's when you start to make mistakes that you should have picked up. you know, you start making dumb mistakes, stupid mistakes. So I think I'm going to attach this to the dress. Then I'm going to call it a night because I've got to go. I'm on duty. I've got to go down and pick up the newspapers in about 15 to 20 minutes. I'm going to use that time to finish. But as you can see, I got a good finish. Very professional. My only regret is that I had some blue thread, but it was a lot lighter than this, so it would have stood out. I mean, it wouldn't have been an attractive look. So this black is so close to blue that you still get a professional look. So I'm always buying thread, and there's so many different shades of blue. So this is kind of like a navy. It's giving the navy, dark navy vibe, and it's blending in so well that it's not gonna, you know, alter the look of the garment. I'm attaching the hoodie to the dress, and then we're done. Well, no, I'll take that back. I'm done with the big sewing part. I'm going to put the hemmet, and then I'm going to put the fringe on it, and then we'll be done. You guys, look. This is the part that always excites me, but even more so with this, because that's my label. I made this dress. So I'm pretty excited about that. Finished. I think he finished upgrading my computer. I'm just really doped about all the things that's happening. I'm waiting on my new dress form to come in. My goal is to have a small, medium, and large dress form so that I can you know, professionally display my items once they're done. Also, I want to make sure that you know, everything is displayed properly. I also want to make sure that, you know, like I said, I can have all the different sizes. So I'm just really excited about 2021. Not allowing me to be my best because of things that they've said or done to me. I'm just going to pray and ask God to help me to just avoid the foolishness, because I allowed a lot of that to cloud my mind in 2020, and I don't want that to happen again. You know, I'm who God says I am, not who other people try to think that they know or say that I am, because you know, that can also cause you to struggle and just endure a lot of stuff that, you know, you're walking around here miserable, depressed, and they're walking around skipping to my loo. No, none of that foolishness in 2021. I am going to seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and I'm his responsibility. As long as I put my faith, seek his face every day, he's going to protect me from foolishness. And I've got to be willing to listen and allow him to do what needs to be done. That's another thing. We want everything done quick, fast, and in a hurry. And I did. Not that I wish bad on anyone, but I just felt alone a lot of times. And it's not because God had left me. It was just because I was just allowing foolishness to, you know, none of that is going to happen. None of that not going to happen. All right, you guys, we're coming to the end. And again, I thank you guys for all of your love and your support, your kind words. I'm asking you to tell your friends, acquaintances about me. Subscribe, like, share. It would mean so much. All right, you guys, so we've sewed the hood on. I'm going to try it inside out, and I'm going to show you the blue and the black dress. That's 7 days ahead of schedule, so I'm really doped about that. And I traced the dress that they gave me, made the pattern, and then I took apart the original dress and used that as a pattern. I'm going to make a muslin out of it because she wants me to make more dresses. We're going to try a maxi. I've already got an order for another one. Out of state, y'all, out of state. I want to give a shout out to Jonalyn because she kind of had her hand in some of this as well. She had me do some alterations for her, and I think I did a video. If not, I'm going to put a clip of it, of her in the video when I edit and post this one. And then she referred me to Dorothy and her son, hence the relationship was built, and they commissioned me to do my first runway project. And so on to the next, and I thank you guys for your love and support. Please share me, like me, give me a thumbs up so YouTube know that you guys are enjoying my content. I will try to put out more interesting. I've been healthy so far, so I'm really glad about that. Yeah, I just thank you guys. All right, this is Annette with Rift to Wear by Nettie. We're going to be doing some awesome things this year, 2021, and we're on the move. On to the next. Thank you guys. Bye.